deserved victory. None of us really held out much hope that United could do us a favour, but there is always hope at that. So look, get it out of the way. Congratulations to City tonight. They thoroughly deserved their win. Let's move on to talk about all things Liverpool. There's still 9 points to play for each club in the Premier League. Whilst there's a chip in a chair, as they say in poker, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up hope. And whatever happens, I want to start off tonight's show. I'll do my welcomes and say hello to everybody in a moment, but I just want to start off tonight's show by saying, no matter what happens in these remaining 3 Premier League games, we need to be proud of this team, this club and this manager. And we need to understand that it's taken, if Manchester City do go on and win the Premier League, it would have taken them to win 14 games in a row to do that. And what can you do? If you're up against a team that doesn't drop a point in 14 games, you've just got to tip your hat and say, well done. But it isn't over yet. There's still 9 points to play for. I believe, and I'm going to keep believing, as I've always said, until it's not mathematically possible, I'm going to do things a little bit differently tonight, and I want my mods to help me out. There's going to be some awfully disappointed Liverpool fans, and there's going to be people that want to vent and that are frustrated and that want to get things out of their system. So for the first 15 minutes of tonight's stream, any Liverpool fans that want to vent and want to get it out, please feel free to do so in the chat. And mods, don't boot them out. Any opposition fans that come in trying to be dickheads and terrorise people, boot them out. But if people want to vent, I think we deserve to let them vent for a few minutes. Some people are going to be disappointed. I've always said I want this to be an inclusive community for Liverpool fans around the world. Sometimes that community and that sense of being a fan means that you're frustrated and you need to vent. I do it. I sometimes do it in between streams at times. I shout at the walls. I'm angry. And sometimes you just need to let people vent. But look, as I said, welcome to tonight's show. Adrian is in, John is in, Tom Boland is in, Andres is in, Kevin is in, Ted Hutton, John, Paul, Red Hulk, Evil. Is it Evil in the Days or Evil Nads? SDC, Jasmine, Tom Boland, Ethan Collins. Who else we got in? Eganito, Rafa the Gaffer, Amanul, Will, Andrew, Amanul, I said already. Christopher McVicker, Top Man Nolo. Who else we got in? Will Higgins, Mark, PSN. Everybody, look, you're all welcome into tonight's chat. I hope you're feeling okay. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Yes, I fucking did just sing that. Yes, I did. Do you know, I refuse to feel down. I refuse to feel beaten. And I refuse to feel fucking bitter. Because that's not how I feel about the football club that I support. Gutted, but nothing we didn't expect. United in bad form. Mr. Henry, how are we, Dave? Great to see you win again. Fuck 'em indeed, sir. Fuck 'em. That club of theirs, that United are a shambles, mate. They really are. Looking at it from a now that we don't have to even pretend that we want them to do well, they're shocking. Honestly, shocking. Pogba, absolute dog shit. Rashford, dog shit. Martial, dog shit. When your best player in a derby was Ashley Young. They've even ruined De Gea, for God's sake. Goldbit said, just keep winning. That's all you can do. I thought at the start of the season we were 4 players short of a title challenge. We're not really, to be fair. I get where you're coming. Of course you can strengthen. I absolutely believe you on that one. We're now Burnley fans, said Harry. I'll never stop fighting, chasing the dream of being a champion, said Wizzy Rabbit. It's still a possibility. Of course it is. It absolutely is still a possibility. What else we got? I'm disappointed beyond belief. It hurts. There's no point in lying. I can come on here and brave it out. It hurts. We all held a little bit of hope tonight that Manchester United would take something off City, and they didn't. We've nothing to complain about, though. There was no awful refereeing decisions, and there was no dodgy goals. Manchester City just outplayed United and deserved the 3 points. And what can you do? I mean, there's no point in being bitter about it. You just got to say well done tonight to City and push on. I like to think that as fans we have a touch of class about us. Just a touch now. We can be bitter little fuckers from time to time, but look, let me see how you're all feeling. Hats off to City, keep believing, said Stig. Allison's better than De Gea, and that's the end of it, said Leitrim for Sam. SDC, how are you, buddy? I'm believing, Craig, same as you, said Scotty. Burnley's gone to do it, trust me, said Andrew Childerhouse. I love that you guys are still believing. I love it, and this is why I keep saying that we've got the best subscribers on YouTube when it comes to a football fan channel. Nathan Wright said, let's just focus on our games and keep the pressure on them rich twats. Disappointed, said Liverpool Football Club. Will Higgins said Lingard was so shocking. He was, mate. Him and Rashford. I mean, Rashford's one that really has me frustrated as a football fan, because I know that Ethan Rashford, Jimmy, because I was seeing Ethan Collins' name there. I know that Marcus Rashford is capable of so much more than the level that he put in tonight. I don't know. I'm just glad I don't have to look at that shit. The stadium's leaking. The manager's a joke. The players are shocking. They're not even playing for the shirt. Shit is really up at Manchester United. Our job is to give 100% till the end, said Tonic. Which indeed it is, sir. You're spot on. Don't stop believing if we win the title this season. Scotty said you're doing a watch along for Burnley versus City. No, I'm fucking not doing any more watch alongs for any City games, man. I can't go through that again. The way I had to feel for that 90 minutes was horrible. Do you know what it's like sitting in front of camera when City are winning 2-0 at United and there's still 20 minutes to go and I'm sitting here going, yeah, so this is happening. Do you know what I mean? It was difficult, man. No, I don't think I will. I think I'll just... maybe I'm bad luck when I do City watch along, so maybe I'll go away and see how they get on. We can talk about transfers and forget about the Manx, said Billy. I don't see why not, Billy, mate. You can start us off, buddy. What do you think is going to happen transfer-wise? Who do you think the Reds are going to bring in? We've seen links to Werner. We've seen links this week to Julian Brandt as well. Don't worry, we still have Madrid. Hashtag hope for 6. Oh, sorry, I was thinking what it was Madrid. I mean, the finals in Madrid, Craig. That's what he's talking about. This just shows we need to draw against West Ham. No games cost us. I refuse to buy into any of this nonsense that a draw cost us this or we fucked ourselves over. We're on target to get 97 fucking points, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is going to cost us. What's going to cost us is the fact that Manchester City will have won 14 games in a row. We can't do much more than we've done. You can look and say points dropped at the Etihad, points dropped at Old Trafford, points dropped at Goodison. But at the end of the day, we've still lost one game all season. We're still on target for 97 points. To say that we lost ourselves anything, I think, is extremely harsh. But it's not over as well. It still isn't over. 6 games to win a trophy up the red, said Dave. Last time I checked, we've 3 games left. Nobody gets rid of us. City slip and we're on their ass, said Tonic. Brighton will do us a favour, said Ted. Imagine that on the last day of the season. Jesus, that would be the most Liverpool way to actually win something, wouldn't it? 7 losses out of 9 games for United, said Romeo KGT. That's shocking. Excuse me, apologies. I know I tried to get away from the microphone. That is shocking, 7 and 9. But you know what? Now I can say, good enough for them. And I hope they lose the next fucking 7 and the 7 after that as well. And I hope the cunts are relegated next season. So happy for United, said Jason. There's a comment I can get on board with, mate. We lost a 7-point lead. No, City lost a 12-point lead in December by losing to Palace, Chelsea. Look, I suppose, it depends on what your mindset is. You can spin it whichever way you want. You can look at it from a mindset that we dropped points and we fucked it up when we had a lead. Or you can say, we did our best, City did their best, there's still games to go and City have a 1-point lead. I try and be pragmatic about this and say that Liverpool have had an amazing season. To possibly get 97 points and be in a Champions League semi-final. We still have a lot to play for, let's not give up. Hi Craig, Patrick here. Typical United fans leaving before the end. Yeah, I did notice that, mate, and it's a good thing to point out. A lot of the fuckers were leaving pretty early. Bless you, thank you, Joanne, as well. My cat jumped when you sneezed. Apologies to your cat, Ted. Ella said, defo not over, don't stop believing. Every time someone says don't stop believing, I want to sing the song. Every time. And I can't sing for shit, you know that by now. This season is 2012. Liverpool are just United, said Jamie Todd. I don't even remember 2012, Jamie. Honestly, mate, I don't remember what happened that season. I wish United a long Europa League pilgrimage, said Cahill. Fuck United, they're done. We don't even have to think about the cunts anymore. Let's bury them, they're gone. Yes, but 97 points win us the league. No, it isn't. The draws are coming back to haunt us. Look, I'm going to let you vent, Prez, because I said I was going to let people vent in the stream, and I'm a man of my word. You look back, mate, and tell me, apart from last year, any year in the history of the Premier League that 97 points wouldn't have won you a title. Come on. I know it's frustrating, and I do get where you're coming from, and yes, specifically at Old Trafford, I think we should have beaten United. But I can also say, if we want to go that route, we can say, let's look at the game at the Etihad where we lost to Manchester City this season. We hit the post. I think it was Mane. I can't remember. I think it might have been Mane. We hit the post and it came back out. Sane hits the post and it goes in. And therein is a fraction of a difference that could decide the title. One thing for the season, we've made up a 25-point gap, which is true, Jay. I mean, we've got to be proud of them for that. That was a long 90 minutes to watch, which it was. Never get over the season if we don't win the league, but we can still, our City still play Burnley, Leicester, and who else have they got to play? Burnley, Leicester, and who's their other game against? Burnley, Leicester, and fucking hell, who's City's last game against? Burnley, Leicester, Brighton away. Sorry, yeah, Brighton away. Well done for doing the watch along, Craig. It made sense to do it. Thank you, mate. It was fucking tough though. It really was tough. Lord Brighton, yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I love that. I should just look at your chat from now on instead of continue to try and think, because I know you guys will give me the answer. How the hell can Shitty lose that many games and still be in a position to maybe win the title? I'm still a believer in our lad, said Willow. We finished 25 points behind City last season, and there being great progression this season, said Ella. Yes, there has, 100%. What's this? October said, Jesus, fuck you all. Shot out seagulls real quick there. I don't know what that means, October. I've no idea. Are you having a stroke, October? Is there something going on there? But we LFC fans live in hope. Let's see if Rodgers does us a favour. Let's just hope we keep doing what we're doing, said Bo, which I agree with that sentiment, mate. Brighton will be fighting for relegation, said Dylan. I hope, well, no, I don't want to wish relegation on any club, but yes, it'll be better for us if there's something to play for. That City versus Liverpool match was at the wrong time. They just lost 2 games in a row, said Jason. I hate the fact that they can't win a simple game. Who, United? Yeah, they're shit, mate, to be fair. Mr. Raptor is in the house. How are we, Uncle Raptor? Perel Goldie is a desperate man over the post-match. I almost feel sorry for him having to put up with that shower of shite. Fuck him. I don't mean Mark Goldbridge, I mean United. Fuck them. Good enough for them. Yeah, we've been in their position. We've watched teams where it's just not there. It's just not good enough. The fight isn't there in them. And United are in that position at the minute, and I hope they stay in it for a very long time. I'm proud, extremely proud. Sad though, I'm not going to lie, said Kevin. Kevin, I'm sad. I'm not going to lie either, mate. I'm absolutely hurting. Press Mane said, I'm believing till the end. I know you will, pal. I know you went out from you coming onto the stream, mate, and you're a top lad. We're all going to keep believing. As I said, if you want to vent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to help you. I'm hurting. I'm frustrated. It sucks when you can possibly get 97 points and maybe not win the league. But it is what it is. Burnley will do the job, says Mohamed. Ziyech release clause. Does he have a release clause? Does anybody know that actually on Ziyech? Maybe somebody has that information. I don't know at the hand, Billy. Wolves actually giving Arsenal a bit of a spanking tonight as well. Nobody wants top 4. What the hell? Like, nobody wants top 4. Jamie said Wolves top 4 in 3 seasons. You know what, Jamie? You can't rule it out, particularly with the investment that they're probably going to keep getting. Wolves look like they want to really become a force, so yeah, you couldn't rule it out. The only team who can buy Van Dijk is City. They can't. Simple, mate. And I'll tell you why, Jamie. I'm not just being really just negative about it. They could have bought him, but he chose Liverpool. He had the choice to go to Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool, and he chose Liverpool, and he's not going to change his mind now. I hate City, said Brandon. Leicester will do it, said Brian Morrissey. Build a statue of Brendan Rodgers outside Anfield if Leicester beat the draw with City. I don't think that would go down too well, to be fair, mate, with a lot of people. Roy Keane is being great right now on Sky. I'd imagine he is. I'd imagine he is telling it like it is, because Mr. Keane doesn't hold back with his opinions. Always next season. It's not over yet, mate. It's not over yet. You heard about a release clause on Tom FIFA Heaven. I don't know, Billy. I've no idea about Ziyech on a possible release clause. Tippy said apparently Ziyech has a 25 to 40 million quid release clause in his contract. 30 million, said Azzy. Liverpool in my eyes are the best team in Europe at the moment. Title or no title, we're here to stay, said the Irish Beard, which we absolutely are, pal. You're right. We absolutely are here to stay. Sorry, just let me click on a couple of things. Qatari said I'm going to be blasting LA all night doing my homework. Well in, pal. Conquered all of Europe, don't you know? We're never gonna stop. From Paris down to Turkey, we've won the fucking lot. I'll let you guys finish that. Give me a limit to ranting, Craig, please. Well, we said we give them 15 minutes or so, Joanne, just to get it out of their system. We'll win the Premier League. No thanks to man shit, said Mohammed. I'll play Rogers' initials and Fox tattooed on me if Leicester take points off City, and I'm going to hold you to that, October. And I know you've gotten tattoos before when you said you would, so I know you're telling the truth. It's not quite a level playing field. Everton and United roll over for City but give 100% against Liverpool. Everton, yes. United, I don't know if they rolled over, it's just that they're shit. Going to Anfield from Belfast tomorrow night. All Liverpool boat for 8 hours. Yeah, that is a long boat, Ronnie. I've looked at that boat before from Belfast. It's a slow boat, mate. Yeah, 8 hours. But you know what? Either get a few hours kit, buddy, or I don't know, maybe get a few sips into you. Back in hospital for an operation next Friday. Could be watching the Newcastle game in a hospital bed. Well, look, mate. Couple of things, Ronnie. Firstly, have a safe trip over on what, tomorrow you said you're going. I hope you have a great time, mate. I hope you're going to get the win. We're going to get the win for you on Friday. And I hope the operation goes well for you, mate. And please do pop in and let us know that you're alright, because we'll all be thinking of you. Just got back from American football practice. What did I miss? Nothing, mate. It's been a quiet night. Nothing really's happened. A couple of games on. Don't even know the results, to be honest with you. Anyone else pissed off when the referees only had 2 minutes and the ball's been able to play for like 6 minutes? Depends on the game, Jamie. If it's a close game, yeah. If you're losing by 3 goals or something, nah, not really. Just get it over with. But yeah, I do agree with you that the injury time is never correct. You're spot on with that, mate. They never give the right amount. We need to win the European Cup, otherwise it's a season full of missed opportunity. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's go win the European Cup then, Harry. Why not? We've got as good a chance as anybody else. We've got Barcelona, second leg at Anfield. Yeah, these boys are going to be up for it. Absolutely. Wolves are better than Chelsea, Arsenal, United and Everton, said Prez Mane. Chris said, if Liverpool come second, we've still got to be proud of our boys. They've been amazing this year, and many more to come. Absolutely, Chris. I 100% agree with you there, mate. Man City will struggle in one of their last games. I know it, said Keane. There has to be a shaky moment. There just has to be one. There's no way they can just saunter through these games. There has to be a shaky moment. There has to be a twist in here somewhere, doesn't there? There just has to be. Paul Pogba is a beast. You spelled shite wrong, James. Paul Pogba is a complete fucking fraud. And anybody who comes on here and says otherwise is only kidding themselves. He shows up, I don't know. He's another Hazard. He shows up occasionally and then just disappears. He takes too much out of the ball every time in possession. Fuck Paul Pogba, honestly. We need VAR, said Rafa the Gaffer. Do you think VAR would have changed that match tonight? Nah, I don't think this VAR would have made any difference. The goals were fine. I think it was a fair result. To be fair, there's no issues with me about that tonight. United deserved to get beaten, City deserved to win, and what else can you say? Did you hear Gary Neville said Ederson's the best keeper in the league? Fuck off, Neville, rat boy. Fuck off. He's not the best keeper in the league, mate. The best keeper in the league has 19 clean sheets. Although, what does Ederson have now? 18 or something, is it? I think, was there 1 or 2, or is that 17 for Ederson? I don't know. Last I checked, I think he was a couple ahead. Fuck the Premier League, let's get in with the Champions League now, said Prez Mane. Dean Coates said, Champions League is ours, we have to believe. Damn right, mate. And we're going to celebrate it, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to enjoy the 2 watch-alongs around the Barcelona game, and we're going to have a bit of crack on the channel, and we're going to enjoy ourselves, and we're going to sing our boys on to hopefully Madrid, and hopefully to the trophy then. Silva kicked the United player with his studs. This should have been a season-ending ban. 3 games following the video review. I'm just trying to think back of that challenge, mate. I can't remember the one you're on about, Cahill, mate. Sorry. Pogba has the worst attitude ever. He's a great man in front of the camera. Oh, he's a great man, telling it like it is, saying how much it means to him and how much he's going to give and how they wanted to come back fighting, and then he goes out on the pitch and does fuck all for 90 minutes. To be fair, Pogba's playing with Fred and Lingard. Yeah. And what influence did Pogba have on the game, Sam? In any way, shape or form? Overhit pass. He'd one good ball in the first half through to Lingard. I think it was a long ball with his left foot. That was a great pass. I'll give him that one. Other than that, he kept possession too long. Got caught out a few times. Had a few misplaced passes. Free kick straight into the wall. I mean, I failed to see any influence he had on that game. The best player for United tonight, without a shadow of a doubt, was Ashley Young. I just got banned from an MUFC fan channel. I only imagine what you might have said, Ben. I only imagine, pal. Pogba is not a fraud, he's just shit. Say how it is, Craig. Sorry, Willow, I stand corrected. He's just shit. October said, either way, I know that a little over 2 weeks I'm going to be in Liverpool, absolutely shit-faced, celebrating my lads, no matter what. Right way to do it, October, absolutely. And I'll be there with you. Connor can hold your hair back if you're throwing up, though. I don't do that. HughTube said, why am I feeling sorry for United fans? Lol, their team's a mess. Exactly, mate. As Mr. fucking... Sorry, bear with me 1 second. As a very wise man, Dave, once said, fuck him. 100% confident City will fuck up, said Eric Warry. How can you bring on Sané as a sub? Yeah, I get where you're coming from, Sean. And as soon as he came on, he went right out to the touchline. Sterling came across to the right hand side. Sané came on, and he went right out, and I mean standing on the chalk of the touchline to stretch the play. And as soon as he came on, the game changed because United just shit themselves. SDC said I might go get banned from a United fan channel too. Anybody popped over to Mark? Is he having a meltdown over there? I haven't had a chance, obviously, to look. The Premiership isn't over yet. Brian Brady, I absolutely agree with you, mate. There's 3 games to go, 9 points to play for. It absolutely isn't over yet, buddy. I agree. What do you think of the new kit? I love it. I love it, mate. I've ordered mine, and my son's ordered the goalkeeper's kit. I think it's gorgeous. Sané is a good player. He's a very good player. He is. He's a very good player. I hope to go to Liverpool this summer or someday, so Qatari. Mate, if you go, even if you don't get to go to a game, it's a beautiful city. There's lots to do. There's lots of free stuff to do. There's lots of cultural stuff. There is, of course, all the Beatles stuff, football stuff. You'll have a wonderful time. It's a great city. When all you have in your football life is banter at other clubs, your team's a disaster. Football's a funny game, said the Irish Beard. I agree with you, Craig. Something's got to happen in the remaining games. It's just got to. I mean, yeah, I'm with you, Dean. I just fail to believe that it won't. That we're just going to be sitting here going, well, that was straightforward for them, wasn't it? I mean, it has to be a little twist somewhere, a little shitty red card or something. Mark wasn't very happy with United's performance. I don't blame him. It was nothing. There was none. Everything they spoke about all week, a reaction, going out and fighting for the jersey, playing for the back, none of it was there. The first half, yeah, they were in the game. I'll give them that one. But they never really went for it. They never went at Manchester City. United 6 goals conceded last 2 games. Craig, it was like watching a bowling ball versus a poppadom. I like that one, mate. A poppadom. 2 draws until the final, said Alex. Premier League, not Premiership. Oh dear. What are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? If you're correcting me for saying Premiership over Premier League, you need to get a fucking life, dickhead, honestly. Oh my god. Imagine correcting somebody over Premiership. It has been called the Premiership. I'm absolutely sure at one point it was referred to as the Premiership, but if you want to be pedantic about it, dickhead, then that's up to you. Love my city and my team. You'll never walk alone. Toxic and proud, said Jasmine. And as you should be, Jasmine, you should be very proud of your city, which is a wonderful city, of course, and your team, which is a fucking fine team. Cameron said, credit to City. Unlike PSG, they have a very entertaining team. 3 games to go. Let's all play them like they're a final. I'm sure we can win it. You got to keep believing, Cameron, absolutely. Craig, how do you feel now about the league? If we lose, it'll be devastated, but do you still think we can do this? Look, it's absolutely advantage Manchester City. I'd be a fool to come on here and say otherwise. But yes, of course I believe. We're 1 point behind with 3 games to go. Anything can happen. A late penalty, a red card in a game for City. Anything. You don't know what will happen in these last 3 games. I don't think we have luck. We need to have had last minute goals. Are going to be a waste at the end, said Samir. I don't know. See, on this one, I understand at the end of it, if you don't have the prize, if we don't win the Premier League, you look at it and say, yeah, all those last minute goals mightn't have been for anything, but they were for something. Because in the moment, in that day, on that instant, that goal against Everton, you'll remember that for a long time. The win against Spurs the last minute, you'll remember that for a long time. Yeah, it mightn't have the fairy tale ending that we'd hope for, but I've often said, and I've said all season, the ride and the journey is as important as the end. I mean, you've got this collection of memories of these amazing days that we've had watching Liverpool Football Club play this season, and they're not going to go away. If they're not capped at the end of it with a Premier League title, what can you do except go again next season and back your boys? Still a Champions League to play for as well, so lots to go. Just seen the news. I'm not sure what news you mean. Go Nads, mate. Craig, United 2 shots on target in 2 games. Yeah, I mean that's a lot said there, Mark. Any more mentioned? They don't deserve to be mentioned on your channel for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. I think you're right. Fuck them. Let's not talk about them anymore. Right, let's have a look ahead. Friday night, we're going to do a proper preview tomorrow night for the game on Friday. Anybody got any thoughts on team selection before? We'll do a proper preview tomorrow and I'll do up my images with my team selection and my prediction and all that stuff. But for you guys, Mo Salah, he's been over in New York. Do you think he's going to play? Do you think he's going to be back and play? Do you think maybe Klopp will start him on the bench because of all the travelling that he's done perhaps? I'd love to know what you think on that one. Premiership is rugby, not need for the insults. Shameful. Go fuck yourself, mate, is my answer. When you have a channel, you can come on and slag off anybody you want. You said no need for the insults. You tried to be a smart cunt coming on and saying, oh, Premiership, it's called the Premier League, dickhead. Fuck you. Get off my channel. Jamie Vardy won't be the only one having a party soon, said Tom Jones. What score do you think it'll be for Barcelona? I think we'll probably get a score draw away from home and then we'll beat them at home. I've always liked the Champions League more anyway, said Murder on Sedan's floor. Look, I'd be a hypocrite if I said I didn't want the Premier League this season. It's what I wanted more than anything else. 100% go fuck yourself, said Brian, and I 100% agree. And yes, he's gone anyway, so. Can't imagine the score on Friday, said Jason. Origi to start, Salah on the bench, said Ted. Christopher's gone for Alisson, Trent, VVD, Matip, Robbo. Where was that one? Milner, Henderson, Keita, Mane, Origi, Firmino. Liverpool versus Huddersfield will be easy. I think we absolutely batter Huddersfield on Friday. I really do. Craig, that face was vintage. Yeah, it was like Vinegar Strokes' face, wasn't it? Yeah, it was bad, sorry. Not the comments, I stand over the comments, but the facial expression was a bit shocking, to be fair. Craig, you're so entertaining. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Inside, I promise you, I'm hurting now. I really am hurting. My bum is on fire and I'm going to put it in the hole of Man United, said Evan Casey. Good man, Evan. Salah on the bench, reckons Liz. Come on, Burnley, said Luke Tolan. How are you, mate? Dean Miller said Defo got to put Gomez on 70 minutes on Friday. Actually, do you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing him getting some time, Dean. That's a good shout, mate. I think the title is disrespectful to the Clown fraternity. Coco the Clown could have put up a better fight against City. Embarrassing. I actually don't know what the title of the stream is. Connor set it up and I was running from one stream to the next and I just clicked go live. It's best to give Salah the rest so he can be informed for the upcoming game, said Qatari. Yeah, I think we might see him rested for this one. I think that's okay. I mean, he's had a busy season. He's travelled over, obviously, for the congratulations as well to him for making Time Magazine's 100 most influential people. Ivory Anthony said City and LFC so far ahead of the rest. Crazy season, pal. Look, Ivor, congratulations on your win tonight, mate. A thoroughly deserved victory for Manchester City as well. No bitterness for me about that one. And you're right, Liverpool and City are miles ahead of the rest. Miles ahead. 3 games to go, pal. Let's see where we all are at the end of the season. But as I said, Ivor, congratulations on your win tonight, mate. Craig, imagine Pep's tears as Henderson lifts the cup in Madrid. If anything, we could rest other main players. Yeah, there's definitely an opportunity here, I think, to rest a few. Tussie said, Man City fans want to beat their City rivals away in a very important game for them. If it was the other way around, we'd be fucking thinking we've got it won as well. Not gonna lie, if City draw points tonight, I would have been on here saying we've won the fucking league. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Alisson scares me when he's the ball from a back pass. Yep, sometimes he does take a little bit too much out of it, Regs. I get you. Other times he can be quite good with his distribution. Good evening, John Hamilton. How are you? Danny Jones, Man City will slip up. I hope so, buddy. Don't rest anybody. Keep the pressure on the plastics. The only reason I mentioned really resting Mo is because of the travelling. LFC should start with 11 best players, said Mark Williams. Again, I'll just point back to the only reason I mentioned Salah was because of the travelling. For those who don't know, he was in New York for the Time magazine thing. Offline, are we back online? Why are we offline? Are we back? Are we good? I'm just checking. I want to make sure that we're all good. Sorry. Because I'm shown as offline at my end. Are we good? Yes? Thumbs up? All good? Oh, cool. Sorry. I didn't know what happened there. Because at my end it showed that the stream was off. But I think we're back, which is good. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, ladies and gents. Maybe my internet shit the bed for a minute or something, I don't know. But we're back anyway. Thank you. Right, what have we got? 1 second glitch. Grand. Anyway, we're back online, which is good to see. Where were we? What were we talking about? Yes, we were talking about team selection, I think, for Friday, weren't we? Right, team selection for Friday anyway. I'm going to do mine tomorrow, so wait for mine, but if you guys want to give me your 11, happy to have it. Predictions as well. Cool, lots of thumbs up. I think we're live anyway. The plastics won, yes they did. Coolio, right, we're back on. Salah's in New York City. Do you think he starts versus Huddersfield? No, I don't. That's what I was saying a couple of moments ago, mate, when we went offline. Yeah, no, I don't. I think they rest him or maybe put him on the bench because of the travelling, and that's the only reason why. Craig, I wouldn't rest players. It's too important to do that. Again, mate, it's just because Salah's been in New York. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it. Oxlade-Chamberlain going to be on the bench. Is he? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. 4 or 5-0, said Ian. 4-0 to us, said Hansi. 4-0 for Liverpool Football Club. What else we got? If Man City win the league, they would have had to look back at Leicester, West Ham, etc. I don't. Oliver, I spoke about it earlier on. I don't buy that. If Man City win the league, we'll have got 97 points probably, and they'll have got 98. You can't really look back and say where we drop points, because you're gonna drop points in a season. It's gonna happen. I know we're talking about the finest margins here, and it's easy to pick holes in it, but still, mate, we're talking about 97 points here. 1-0 again. 1-0 to Huddersfield, said Mackenzie. Yeah, best of luck with that. It's more than likely going to be 3-4 5-0 to the Reds, I'd say. We're winning this, Craigo. Damn right we are. They said Solskjaer was good. I said at the very start it was the wrong appointment for them. When you go offline, you should have that girl writing on the blackboard like years ago. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah. I remember that one. Was there X's and O's or something as well, or knots and crosses or something on it? Willow said 2-0 for us at least, Craig. Alex Rodriguez said City won, Leicester won, Brendan will win us the league sooner or later. Patience pays off. That Stephen McInerney guy was on Sky Sports earlier. I seen him on there, to be fair. It's probably the highlight of his career. I think he's been on it a few times, if I'm being honest. I'm sure he mentioned to me before. The arrogant bastard you called him. I'm not going to quite call him that because I don't want to be that disrespectful to somebody that I've worked with, but he won't be on my Christmas card list. I'll just put it that way. But I'm not going to disrespect the gentleman. If we don't win the league or the Champions League, do you think our best players will leave? No, because we're there and we're challenging. I mean, there's only one team can win the Premier League every year. The Champions League, why would they leave if we've been in a final and a semi-final, say, worst case scenario, 2 seasons in a row? We're there or thereabouts, mate. We're going in the right direction. I understand the frustration, I really do. But no, we're going in the right direction. Right, look guys, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do hit that button. Also, from May the 1st, the new Patreon things will kick in. So anyone that has signed up to Patreon, your rewards will start from May the 1st. So your match day shoutouts, your mods, if you've subscribed as well, you'll get your mods on this channel. You'll get your discounts for merchandise. You'll get a few other bits and pieces as well. If anybody hasn't had a chance yet to sign up or check out the new Patreon rewards program, it's patreon.com/Anfield Agenda. You can see it underneath my image there on the screen, just beside the Anfield Agenda logo. If you're not sure what Patreon is, basically it's a system that's put in place where people can support channels, YouTube channels, their favourite content makers, whatever it is. We have 2 tiers. It's a $2 a month tier and a $5 a month tier, and each tier comes with different rewards. Just go on there and have a look at it if you want to and check it out. If it isn't for you, it's not for you, no problem whatsoever. All the content is still going to be free. When did Salah get back? I don't know. I imagine he was on a private jet as soon as the award ceremony was over, straight back. Already did subscribe, said Sean. Thank you very much, Sean. Remember going to Gloucester and seeing quite a few United fans, said Qatari. I'd be gutted if we don't win the league, said Harry Daw 1. As would I, Harry, mate. I really will. I'm not even going to lie about it. 7-1 or 6-0 on Friday, said Prez. I'd take the 6-0, buddy, so we can have another clean sheet. He's been tweeting it constantly. Oh, what, that he's been on Sky? I mean, whatever. If that's what he's been tweeting, I mean, he's perfectly entitled to do it. Subscribe or fuck off and support United, said Stephen Richards. I mean, that's blunt, mate. Patrick here, are you on Twitter, Craig? Yes, on my own personal Twitter account is @CraigTheHost. I'll try and put it in the chat. I always get my mic in my way. Yeah, I do have. I just set one up actually during the week because I had one for years and then I ditched it. So yeah, my Twitter handle has gone in there now. It's @CraigTheHost. So if anyone is on Twitter and wants to follow, obviously Anfield Agenda on Twitter is @Anfield Agenda. The same on Instagram. It's @Anfield Agenda on there as well. Can you unblock Jamie Coates? I don't. Not at this moment, mate. I will try and check it out afterwards. Can you send me an email or something with his name just so I can remember? AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com, mate, and I'll have a search afterwards. I just can't do it at this moment in time. Low Fat, mate, how are you? Just back from the swamp with my grandson. Game on now. Look, as I said earlier on, mate, to one of your fellow Manchester City fans that came in, congratulations tonight, mate. No bitterness for me. You deserve that win. You were better than United. 3 games to go, as you said. Game on now. Let's see what happens at the end of the year, or the end of the season. I'm glad you brought your grandson to the game. I'm sure he enjoyed himself as well. You're a really nice guy. I've had great chats with you throughout the season. Nothing but love and respect to you and the family, mate. 3 games to go. 3 games to go, buddy. We'll see where we are at the end of the season. Golden Boot prediction, said Ted Hutton. It's close, isn't it? I mean, it's really close. Fuck it, I'm going Salah. You're going to come off the bench and score 2 against Huddersfield. Why not? Let's go Salah. He made a joke and took it wrong. He's a loyal viewer. Honestly, mate, Paul, if you can just email me the name, because I won't remember it when I get off stream. AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com, mate. Just bang me his name in an email and I promise you I'll look into it. Imagine Liverpool actually winning a Premier League. It'll happen. It'll happen. Craig, will you do a watch along for the game on Friday? 100%. Yeah, we'll be doing a watch along on Friday for the Liverpool Huddersfield game, as always. Starting half an hour before kick off. VVD has, by the way, for those just joining in, and I'm not sure if you've heard this, I'm sure most of you have, the Daily Mail earlier on leaked the news that it looks like Virgil van Dijk has won the Player of the Year award. So even with all the Raheem Sterling's PR push, shall we say, because they've made sure to put him front and centre in the media for the last few weeks. And yes, look, Raheem Sterling is talking about a very good cause in racial awareness and stuff in football and removing racism from football. I absolutely applaud him for that 100%. He's got my absolute support, and I'm sure all of your support with that as well. But it's been a little bit iffy, the timing of everything. But look, it looks like Virgil van Dijk has won the award. That'll be revealed properly tomorrow. The awards are tomorrow, I think. So congratulations to Virgil van Dijk on that. I don't think anybody can say it isn't deserved. He's been absolutely outstanding this season. 5-0 on Friday, so Paul Ward. Rumours that Van Dijk won Player of the Season. Yep, I think he did, mate. They wouldn't. The Mail wouldn't have put it out like that. I mean, they absolutely get slaughtered if they were wrong. And not just a tweet, like they had a full-blown article on it, so it looks like he has won it. He was odds on to win it as well. He was always going to win it. He deserves it, and I'm not being bitter. He does deserve it. Craig, you look like Moy from Huddersfield. I kind of understand that a little bit, yeah, I do, except he has the Australian accent. He's Australian, isn't he? Low Fat said VVD deserves it. Well done, VVD deserves it, which I think he does, mate. Honestly, last season, I think it was a toss-up between Salah and De Bruyne. This year, I thought VVD was head and shoulders above anybody else. Craig, do you think Burnley will do anything against City? I don't know. Is the honest answer, Sean. I don't know what to think anymore, mate. Yeah, let's just hope. Johan said 12,107 subs, amazing, thank you, and thank you to everybody this season that has subscribed to the channel. One season in and we're over 12k. That is mental. It's fucking mental. It really is. Feel sorry for De Gea and Pogba. These guys need to play elsewhere. They've both been underperforming as well, as good as they can be, and they both can be great players. They've been underperforming this season. But look, De Gea has a bit of leeway. De Gea has been carrying that club for many years. What else we got? Why should Sterling win it for fighting for human rights? It's an award for what he does on the pitch and not off it. Can I be perfectly honest about something? I know I have to be very careful about how I word this, and I promise you I'm saying this with genuine honesty and the best of intentions. The work that Raheem Sterling and every other player has done for kick it out and removing racism from football, and the stand that they're making, is 100% spot on, and more needs to be done around racism in football. I fully back them for that, and I think all of you guys will as well. But here's what doesn't sit well with me, and I could be wrong on this, and if I am wrong, please do feel free to pull me up. Raheem Sterling is championing the cause of racism being kicked out of football, and that's brilliant, and I applaud him for that, and as I said, I support and back him on that one. But as a Manchester City player, does it not sit a little bit unwell with him that the owners of his football club have been violating human rights, allegedly, and almost committing modern day slavery in their country, in the way their building practices have gone on and things like that? That doesn't sit well with me. That hypocrisy doesn't sit well with me. And as I said, this has got nothing to do with the racism aspect, because he is 100% right in that, and I love, support and back him every step of the way in that. But there is a bit of fucking hypocrisy there, in that you're taking your wages from somebody who is committing massive human rights violations, allegedly, or reported human rights violations. That for me just doesn't sit well. And yeah, look, we can all have championed great causes and stuff, but sometimes you need to be pulled up for a little bit of hypocrisy as well. And that's what doesn't sit well with me. And it's a difficult thing for me to broach, because it's difficult to separate the two. And you don't want to remove the good work that Raheem Sterling has done, is doing, and will continue to do. And he's a great role model for young footballers, and he's doing things the right way, and he's been harshly treated by the media, and I don't want to underplay any of that, but there is a bit of fucking hypocrisy going on there, if I'm being honest. Um, bu- bu- bu. I understand what you're trying to say. Easy to turn the other cheek when you're getting hundreds of thousands a week. I agree 100%, Craig, said Mark. Brighton still need points against and De Bruyne is injured. Spot on, fully agree. And look, as I said, I don't want to undermine Raheem Sterling's efforts and what he's doing, because I fully support him on what he's doing with regards to removing racism from football. Not just him, everyone that's working hard to remove it from the game. It's disgusting. It shouldn't be in our sport. But again, I think the media at times, they pick and it's not Sterling I'm blaming here as well. The media fucking pick and choose at times. Like, they hold City up as this great shining beacon of hope, but there's so much wrong behind the scenes there that just needs to be investigated. Nothing to do with the players and the manager. I've said this again, nothing to do with them. They're doing their job, they're doing it excellently, and fair play to them. But there's too much fucking hypocrisy in this sport. Van Dijk's been a revelation for Liverpool, 100% deserved. I'm a United fan, we really need a centre half like him, said Crack Implore. It's a PR stunt, can't follow the message though. Nope, 100% keen, the message is sound, there's no issue with that. Sterling saying he wants teams dock points, that's bullshit, by the way, that won't work. Sterling saying he wants teams dock points, and not just Sterling. Here's an example. So the FA comes out tomorrow and says that any club found guilty of racist chants will be docked 9 points. Okay, now let's just use this as an example. So let's say me, Brian, Connor, October, Dave and a few other people decide to go down to the shop and stick on Manchester City shirts and buy tickets and go and watch Manchester City and sit there and scream abuse at players for the entire game just so they be docked 9 points. It doesn't work. There's ways of fiddling that system. It just won't work. There has to be a better way, and yes, there will be a way found, and yes, it does need to be removed from sport, but this 9 point deduction won't work because there will be people cheating the system again. The Qatar World Cup stadiums have worked people to death, said Rafa the Gaffa. I'd laugh if City had a points deduction for FFP. What do you mean hypocrisy? I don't know what hypocrisy is. Hypocrisy, basically, how do I try to explain hypocrisy with my limited intellect? So I'm saying to you, on one hand, human rights need to be accepted. You need to accept that racism isn't okay, and I'm standing up for that. Whilst at the other hand, I'm taking wages from somebody who is committing human rights violations, allegedly. Turning the other cheek, basically. I'm sure there's a definition of hypocrisy that somebody can explain far better than I, because I'm making a meal out of this, to be honest, with the hypocrisy thing. I know a lot of, I don't know if I can say that words, people of Arabian descent, let's go with that one. They all say the same thing. City owners should be ashamed. Modern day slavery. Sterling is backed by his owners. What if there was a Harry Potter type thing? City win and then the FA come through Dumbledore. I don't understand any of this Harry Potter nonsense, to be fair. I don't want to win the league via points deduction though. It just would feel wrong if that was the case. The United job's impossible. Squad of crap players. It needs to be changed from top to bottom. City's a corrupt, rotten club to the core. Fuck 'em, said Stephen Richards. They still need a points deduction. October, said Paul Turner. Google it. Yeah, there you go. Let me Google it and give you an actual definition of hypocrisy, because I know I made a mess there trying to explain it to you. So let me try and find it for you. Hypocrisy. Right, here we go. Okay, bear with me. Doing this live. Right. The practice of claiming to have higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. There you go. So once again, hypocrisy. The practice of claiming to have higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. No way I ever would have explained it that well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hypocrisy. Allison is twice as good as De Gea, said Tommy McCulloch. I'll give you a definition. Two-faced. It's probably... Do you know what, mate? I should have gone with that. Two-faced is perfect, John. Two-faced is a much better explanation than the one I was trying to give. Craig, take it anyhow you want. City wasn't cheating, we would win the league by now, said, is it Troreth? I gave an explanation as well. Said Rafa, I didn't see it, mate. Sorry. Taking a moral high ground on a subject, but your belief is not as strong as it appears. Perfect, Azzy. Another very good description. Bad luck is due for City. They win everything with. Is it black money or block money? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Dyche will deploy a truck full of shithousery on Sunday. Lowfat said the best team will win the league. Yes, you can't argue over 38 games. Whoever's top after 38 games deserves to be top. I mean, the league, it's a great leveler. You play 38 games, you play everyone twice. I agree with what Lowfat said. Whoever wins the league deserves it. Craig, could you give me the definition of plastic? I could, but I think you know what I'm going to say. If Dyche wins, I'll take up smoking a carton of Marlboro a day. Don't do that, mate. Jesus. Smoking's bad for your health. Cameron O'Reilly thinks he's hilarious. Go on, Cameron. Good man. I gather you're probably a Manchester United fan trying to make yourself feel better. Probably with your tiny little cock as well, Cameron. Tell the truth. Are you a little tiddler in there, Cameron? Good man. Craig, VAR will fuck City next season. Look, tonight we can't argue against anything. We can't say the ref bottled it. We can't say there was a shitty decision. Tonight United were shit and City beat them. I think we've got to just take that on the chin. At least you didn't lose the league to a Gerrard slip. I'm not blaming Gerrard at all, mate. I don't blame Steven Gerrard slipping on us not winning the league. I have other beliefs of why we didn't win the league that season, mate, and I'm never Gerrard could have pulled down his fucking pants and ran around with his cacks around his fucking ankles and I'd still love him because he's Steven Gerrard and he is infallible when it comes to me for Liverpool. Infallible. Can't do anything wrong. All hail Micro Willie, said Gonads. There you go. Bet you wish you didn't open your fucking mouth now, dickhead. Craig, can we win this title? Of course we can. Damn right, mate. You got to keep believing. 3 games to go. Don't give up. Never give up. If Dyche wins, he'll grow a full-on circular beard and eat cement to sound like him. Low Fat said I don't have any malice for rival fans. Mate, you've been in and out all season, and as I've always said, you've been nothing but a gent. It's been a pleasure to get to know you. You make it very fucking hard for me, mate, to hate City fans when you come in being so nice. We took City or further than any other team has, said Billy. If Burnley win, I'll rename my cat Dyche, said Ted. And I want to see video footage, Ted, of you calling the cat Dyche, and I want the cat to come to you. I want the cat to know its name is Dyche if Burnley get a win. Christopher said, low fat, you're one of the good ones, which he is. He's an absolute sound gent. Do you think Liverpool will win the last 3 matches? Yes, I do. I've said that all along. I thought once we got through the games against Spurs, Chelsea and Southampton, was it? Southampton. We were going to win the remaining games. Brendan is the one who will get something out of City, said Jay Kisma. Come on the Reds, keep our faith, said Paul Wilson. Amin, mate. I'm going to assume, mate, that maybe... Nah, I don't want to say what I'm going to say, Amin, but the fucking state you're typing, mate, honestly. You can't even spell ha 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 right, mate. You are the stereotypical troll, Amin, in that you're two steps above a vegetable. You can't spell to save your life. You don't know what the fuck cap locks is. And honestly, mate, I think my 7-year-old probably has more common sense than you, so... I don't know, go back to your miserable fucking existence, mate. Have a wank, treat yourself, as I like to say. Can City fail versus Leicester? Yes, of course. Sometimes I'm about to say stuff on this channel, and I swear if I said what was going through my head, the subscribers would be gone in an hour. I have to check myself, because you know when you're with your mates you'd say completely different. You'd go when I'm with my mates, they know my sense of humour. I would go further, even further than I do on here. Boom, boom, boom. This is why I subscribed to Craig a long time ago. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I never look for abuse on this channel. If anybody comes in and tries to give it, they're going to get fucking slaughtered. If you come in and are nice and friendly, I will show you never-ending respect. But come in, try and be a smart ass. Not going to work out too well. Right, couple more questions and then I'm going to go and cry somewhere for the rest of the night. Can't see City dropping points, said Harry. It's not likely, Harry, but anything is possible, mate. You got to keep believing. Would you sign Bruno Fernandes, and if so, for how much? No, and I don't know is the second part, Fiona, because I've no idea valuations these days. It's so hard. Rod said, anybody notice how fans that call us bottlers and slippers support teams nowhere near the title? And they're pricks as well, Rod. To be fair, they don't have anything good to say in their lives. They just want to come in, try and make themselves feel better by belittling other people. Just says a lot more about them, mate, to be fair. Still wouldn't surprise me in the last day if Brighton draw and we beat Wolves. What an emotional finish that would be. Yeah, that's the dream finish, I think, isn't it? Dean, that happens. What do you make of the title race now? It's in City's hands. I mean, once they keep winning, Liam, it's in their hands. If they win the 3 games, Manchester City win the Premier League with 98 points. Don't know what else to say. I don't give up. I will never give up when there's points to play for. But yeah, it's tough. Do I like curry? If so, what type? Yes, I do. Like a Chinese type curry. No vegetables, fried rice, chicken, pork, beef. It doesn't matter. I'll have it all, mate. If Leicester gets beaten, it's over. Brighton don't stand a chance, said Rafa the Gaffer. YouTube said, who will want to sign for United? The only thing that's going to make people want to sign for United is a big Alexis Sanchez truckload size amount of cash. That's about it. Go watch some Arsenal fans in meltdown, said Cahill. Right, look, ladies and gents, I'm going to go. I'm going to go, as I said, and drown my sorrows in a bath full of Diet Coke. I will chat to you all tomorrow, where we'll have a proper preview of the Huddersfield game on Friday. Still 3 Premier League games to go for Liverpool and Manchester City. Don't give up hope just yet. Anything can happen in football. Again, congratulations to City on their win tonight. Tomorrow, look, we'll look ahead to the game against Huddersfield on Friday. Until then, thanks for tuning in. Take care of your family. Tell your loved ones that you love them. And up to motherfucking Reds.